So today we're going to take the BHHS tour and have a BHHS resource overview, mostly so that you can see what's available on BHHS Resource, because it is a very robust and complex site that has a lot of great information at your fingertips. You can get to BHHS Resource three ways. One, you can log in directly at bhhsresource.com, which is the hard way, or you can go to towncentral.com and you can log in directly from Town Central, and you do not need a username or password. You can find the BHHS resource button in two places. We have it on our quick links right here. If you just click that button, it's an SSO or single sign-on. You do not need a username and password. It'll take you directly to BHHS resource. We also have it in a second place over here on the left-hand side in our resources under BHHS resource IQ system. If you click that, it'll also take you directly through on an SSO. Again, no username and password is required. I already have it open on my end just for the sake of time. So here is the BHHS Resource Center. Now, the BHHS Resource Center is the national level intranet. Actually, I should say global level intranet now, because of BHHS has rolled in their entire global network into Resource Center as well. This is the national level version of essentially Town Central. This is where you can find everything about the BHHS company, about our products, about the tools that are provided at the national level, lots of information about advertising, about the network, lots of places for you to network with other agents across the network, places to get education, great ideas, and all sorts of fun things. We are actually doing 2 additional classes on the IQ system and marketing resource alone. So do take a look at the calendar because we are going to go into those 2 systems in depth, because they are probably the 2 most important tools that are on here. But today we're going to show you where everything is located. So if you ever have an issue or you need to find something, you'll know where it is on Resource Center. So on the homepage of Resource Center, you'll notice a few things. You have a search bar here at the top. This is going to come in handy. There's a lot of information on Resource Center, and if you're looking for something very specific, this is the place to enter your search. If you need help on something like the home finding or home selling proposals, if you need to know what the global network looks like, if you need to know for the PDF of where the media plan is on the national level for BHHS, because you want to include it in your listing presentation, you'll be able to enter any kind of search term up there and it'll pull up everything. For today, I'm just going to put in luxury just because there's a lot on that. It's going to kind of show you some topics automatically that might be available and are interesting to you. What are the requirements? Is there a listing presentation? These are all kind of discussions. You'll see those. There's a group for the luxury collection networking. And then here's a knowledge argument about the article about the luxury collection overview. So if I click that, it's going to take me directly to one of the pages about the luxury collection. And it's going to give me all the basic information that I need to know about the luxury collection. This works for all of the BHHS products the same way. So you'll get results for discussions, you'll get results for articles, you'll get results for different networking groups that you can join. So do use the search bar. It does come in handy. And it's available there for you, just in case you forget where anything is that we're talking about today. I'm just going to go across the navigation bar, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about the home page a little bit. Obviously, the home button is how you get back to this page at any time. Chatter. We have chatter groups within BHHS Resource. If you click on chatter, you'll be able to see all the different networking groups that you can join. I happen to be an admin in the system, so I have a lot of different networking groups, but you can see that there are many, and there's actually even more than this. Some of them are more specialized. You might be interested in something like the Equestrian Network, or the IQ system to talk to agents who are using the IQ system. Here's our luxury collection, commercial, lots of different markets globally. Here's our land and farm. We even have military and veteran networking. These are all agents who are working and asking questions in those very specific markets. We've seen lots and lots of chatter, and it is a discussion board, so you can ask a question, you can post an interesting property, you can try to get ideas from other people in the network. Chatter groups are a great place to be. So under your awards criteria, mine's going to look a little bit different than an agent would. You would be able to see some of the award winners, what our levels would be. There is an opportunity on your agent dashboard to be able to see where you are in the national level awards. That is updated, I believe, quarterly. So it's not necessarily live. So when you see something like that and you're like, oh, some of my transactions are missing, it might just be because it hasn't been reported yet. But the awards do allow you to track some of your national level awards. Benefits and discounts. Because Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Town Realty is part of the Berkshire Hathaway network, we do get the benefit of a lot of the Berkshire Hathaway corporate company umbrella discounts, but we also have home services discounts as well. So things that are very specific to real estate. These are all either preferred products. These are vendors that have been vetted by BHHS, not only for security, but quality, whether they can connect to the system, whether they connect to some other systems. We've talked a bunch in our training about how some of these systems connect to others and how they can work with some of the other tools that we have. This is very similar. So you might find a discount on either a product. It can be something even like hotels and rental cars. There's all sorts of stuff for cell phones, even paint. I mean, there's insane amounts of things in here for discounts. It's always worth checking out to see if there's something that you are interested in, and especially if it's something that you're maybe getting ready to purchase. You may be able to actually find a corporate discount in here. And these are all benefits to you as part of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services family. By the way, on a personal note, I use this one a lot, and it is a big discount. It's 20%. And I use it fairly often when I travel. But you can see how many different companies that are in here. Certainly worth looking at. Also worth looking at if you are doing any kind of gifting for your closing clients, or if you're looking to add a different product or looking for even things like coaching. All right, take a look through all of that. Our company locator. This actually shows the breadth of the entire network, but it also allows you to search for different companies in different areas. So if you need to know if there is a Berkshire Hathaway Home Services affiliate in a particular area before you send a referral through our relocation department, this is a good way for you just to double check to make sure that there is a BHHS franchise that covers the area you're looking for. Don't forget that if we do not have a BHHS franchise in the area you're looking for anyway, our relocation department can send out a referral for you without a problem to one of our other network affiliates that may not be with BHHS to be able to accommodate your clients as well. But BHHS pretty much covers the entire country now with no problem. Events and training. This is where you can get two different things here. You can get network events and also the training calendar. For network events, as you know, that we have the sales convention coming up in March. Everybody's really excited about it. You can also get more information, of course, about the summit conference if you qualify for the summit. And anytime you see any additional conferences or special events for BHHS, they will be listed here. On occasion, we have to go back to a previous event, maybe to get some more information, or you saw something on the agenda and you wanted to go back to it. They do keep a record of all the past sales conventions. So maybe there was a vendor that you saw at your last sales convention or summit conference. You'll be able to get that information again if you need to. In addition to events and training, we also have the training calendar. There are going to be a couple of different ways to get here from BHHS Resource. This is just one way. This actually shows all of the different Learn Center webinar calendars. It's going to show everything that's upcoming. The Katie Lance stuff on social media is amazing. If you haven't had a chance to take it yet, she does a fabulous job and she's very easy to understand and breaks it all down for you. You'll notice some of the other trainings that we have coming up, and this is at the national level. We start our January training every year with some of our coaching and training and 90-day plans. You'll be able to get in on those. Actually, part 1 is coming up tomorrow. So if you are interested in getting in on the 12-part series, it's starting tomorrow, and there's probably time to register without a problem. Most of this is free in Learn Center. All of this is provided by BHHS Resource. Again, here's on the new product on Videocast by Social Boost. That is the product that's taking over for Videolicious. Some new ways to do photos, some of our products, tech talks. That's how to use some of the things. Notice there's 6 different pages of training in here. You can also search by calendar. If you know that you have an open day, maybe on the 28th, and you want to see what's going on, here's a coaching session that's available on the 28th. This calendar is updated pretty often. They usually fill it at least the month before, so you can go ahead and get a lot of different training opportunities here. Under the support tab, we have both the knowledge base and the contact support. That knowledge base is really similar to up here in that search. That article that I pulled out said knowledge on it, and that's where this comes from. So if you're looking for something very specific, maybe you're looking for what is the global advertising, if you're looking tools that are available to you, if you want to know more about the luxury market or the strength of the brand, all of this is branding materials that you can use for yourself to develop your elevator pitch. You can use it on your website. You can use it in your listing presentations. You can even use it in your marketing. All of this is great information to have. It's under the knowledge base. Anytime they post an article on the Resource Center, it becomes part of this knowledge base. So this becomes fairly robust. The other thing you have under support is the contact support. Bhs Resource has a national level customer support team. They're available on Pacific time from 5 to 6. Which is a fairly great extended time for us here on the East Coast. They are available by phone. They also are available by email. You can go ahead and type in something for customer support and they will get back to you without any issues. They're really fast about it. The other thing too is that you'll notice all the way throughout Bhs Resource, you'll see this turquoise dot. If you open that up, you'll be connected with a member of the customer success team. This actually does change as they are live on the system. They are wonderful to talk to. Our customer success team, we actually use them internally as well. They know everything about every product. So if you get stuck, if there's something I've talked about today and you would like more information on it, you can't remember where to find it. If something's not working, maybe you're sending out an e-card and you can't remember where to hit the schedule now button, just click that turquoise button. It'll be in the lower right-hand corner of every single screen that you're on in Bhs Resource, and just ask them. They'll send you live chat, and they will send you an answer, and you'll be able to either figure it out or maybe report something that might not be either working correctly or you might not be able to figure it out or something like that. Great to talk to, wonderful team. Under our topics section, you'll notice that the topics here were really similar to the knowledge base. So the topics is just another place to find things. Again, you'll find with Bhs Resource, there's a lot of different ways to get to the same information. They just categorize it a little bit differently, and they also present it a little bit differently. Some people like the knowledge base. They're more text, more linear oriented. Some people might like the topics a little bit better because it does have just a little bit more graphical element to it. So if I was looking for information on marketing, which is always my favorite topic, here we'd find information about brand usage, the global advertising, PR and communications. Here's that home selling and home finding proposals and information. This is where you can get your home finding and home selling listing presentations that are done by BHHS if you need a PowerPoint or if you need a downloadable version of it. You can also get some interesting information here. I'm just going to go ahead and click on a couple. So here's the one about global branding. This is certainly a differentiator for us that we do have a complete global team, not just a national team. This is some of this is where we can find some of the brand guidelines. So if we need to know, can I use this in some of my advertising? That's in there as well. We can go to something like My Tools. And here's where we start getting into the tools that are available to you on the Resource Center. So Addressable TV, this is the new product that we have that allows you to do streaming video to things like Roku and Peacock and anything that allows commercials during its online streaming, its OTT. We also have this available through AdWorks. Here's more information about Marketing Resource, Teams. Here's more information about VideoCast, the new product, again, that's replacing Videolicious, how to do automated targeted marketing, all of these different tools that we have in here. Here's more information about our global listing syndication. If somebody says to you, okay, I'm listing with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, where are you going to put my listing? This is going to start to give you that elevator pitch, some of that information that you're going to need to take to your listing presentation. You'll notice that there's a lot of click here's and links and links and links. And if you click, it may take you to a PDF page or something you can download or something you can change that's actually going to show you all of the different places and all the different information you need. So in this case, here's our global listing syndication. It's a great presentation piece. It's good to go and ready to go now. And you can just click your download button and it'll download for you. And you can go ahead and print that out or put it into your listing presentation, take it with you, email it to somebody if you need it. So all that information is available on here for you under topics. We have other topics as well. Specialty markets would be things like what we showed in the chatter group. Those would be the equines. Those are going to be some of the luxury collection, resorts. We actually have a new global developer showcase, which is doing new homes, new construction, and community showcases throughout the world. This is really interesting if you would ever like to see this. This is a high production piece. And then, of course, we have the strength of the brand. This is going to show you that network member map. We get this request often in marketing. How many affiliates do we have? Where are our offices? This shows the strength of the networking that you have and the strength of the brand. This is updated often as we continue to add more affiliates and as more people join the BHHS network. We go ahead and add the dots. They update this form. So do go ahead and double check to make sure that you have the most recent one available to you. It looks like this one was just updated on 1/6/2022. So they must have added a new company or added additional member offices or agents to it. Let me go back here. We also have things like our Good to Know series. So these are all downloads that you can use for different topics. So for example, AdWorks, if you need to know more about the AdWorks product, if you are looking for something to put in your listing presentation, you just want to develop your elevator speech, maybe you want more information to put on your website, create a page about AdWorks. This is the information that you can use. And this is also interesting information that you may be able to give to your seller as well. Also under the Good to Know, you'll see all the different topics here on buyer match, the customer success team, fact sheets, the listing syndication again, the global website. So that's for bhhs.com. Other information here on different media plans. They're getting ready to update this to the 2022 media plan right now. You'll also find some things on other tools. And here's even something on the real estate and lifestyle planning guide. We'll get into this with the marketing resource. Just to show you what's available on here. Ignore this because that's my section. So yours should end in the topics as well. All right, so we're going to go back to the home page again. Remember I said that in BHHS Resource that there are 1,000 different ways to get to the same place. And all of these buttons are just a different visual to get to a lot of the things we've already talked about. So you'll notice that this is the IQ system. We are doing an entire class on this. I'm going to just touch on it real quick. But the IQ system is a network-based system for marketing ideas, for branding ideas, for social media calendaring. It's an extremely robust system that allows you to have not only education, but also it is contributed by a lot of the different agents, management departments, and things like that within the BHHS system. You'll find something called a Spark in here fairly often. Notice that you can actually submit your own, and we've actually had agents submit their own. If you've done a great community event and it worked out really well for you, you'd like to share it with other agents about how they can make themselves successful, you can actually go ahead and submit your Spark. If it's a great idea and there's enough information there, they may contact you and they will put it together into a nice article that other people can access as well. You'll notice that these are the trending topics in here right now. So here we have a getting started. This is getting started in IQ, but you'll notice all the different kinds of topics in here. Marketing plan templates, upscale your influence. Here's that campsite calendar that I was talking about for social media calendaring, the social media playbook that goes into the how-to to get each of your social channels up and running and best practices. Build your real estate ecosystem. That's a ecosystem is another word in this area for the sphere of influence. How to get testimonials, ratings, and reviews. So you can see that there's a lot of different topics, and all of it is about building your business, building your brand, making you the most successful person that you can be. So somebody has become unmuted here. There we go. All right. So the IQ system, again, we're going to go ahead and give that as a full topic because there's so much to dedicate to it, but I did want you to see what was available underneath it in the review here. Learn Center 2.0. Learn Center is the place where we can take all of our webinars and education in BHHS. This is individual to each agent, so it's going to actually keep track of all of the classes that you take, and it's also going to be able to give you all different recommendations based on other things that you've taken. So this is a great place for you to be. You'll notice that we actually have live trainings and we have webinars, we have on demand. If you want to take something that's pre-recorded because you have time right now at 11 o'clock at night to take a topic, there's a whole list of pre-recorded webinars. We have popular content for agents. So these are things that are really popular right now with other agents throughout the network. A lot of this is the 60-day success plan, getting started, growing your business. This is all topics that people love to take in January. We have stuff on different topics within BHHS. So here's training on the video cast by Social Boost. If you missed the live class, here it is again. You can take it at your own time. If you need more help with something really specific, here's an entire training course that has actually 17 parts on the marketing resource. If you need to know something very specific about marketing resource and you just want to just have better knowledge of something, you will probably find the topic in here. There's things on relocation and referrals. There's Leadership Academy and different coaching, different certifications and designations that you can take. And then there's lots of different guides also available in here. So just about every topic has a printed guide that you can download if you just want more information about something that's available in BHHS Resource. Don't overlook the search bar up here. So if you are looking to take classes on a very specific topic, you can go ahead and use the search bar. It'll filter through everything and be able to find it for you. Also, notice we call these hamburger menus up here in that upper left-hand corner. If you click on that, it's actually going to give you that webinar calendar. Remember, we saw that webinar calendar already under the training section on the navigation bar, but here it is again. And if we go to that webinar calendar, it's going to give you a little bit bigger view about what's coming up. We have a bunch of stuff coming up this week, next week, and let me see if they have actually filled part of the February. Oh, they have. Here is everything coming up in February, so you can go ahead and pre-plan. These registration buttons are unique to you. So if I were to, I'm actually going to take a couple of these. So I'm going to go ahead and click that Katie Lance one for myself. If I click register, it's going to tell me how many seats are still available. I'm going to click register. I want to register, and that's it. My information is already stored in the BHHS system. It's going to go ahead and send me an email that says I've registered, and then I can go ahead and add that to my calendar. It is really that easy. The nice thing about this too is that you can always come back, and when a class is live, it'll actually change it from register to join. If you have registered for a class, you can click it and it'll take you right on through, or of course you can use that email that they've sent you as well. So Learn Center, it's a wonderful place to be for education. Marketing Resource, this is where we can do e-cards, we can build flyers, we can do brochures. This is where the digital advertising is held for things like Chalk Digital and some of that OTT that we've talked about, that streaming advertising. You'll notice that you have the ability to market a property, market yourself. Here's all that specialty marketing again. So if you're part of those chatter and network groups, or you want to send something out very specific about a networking group, you have that here. For our commercial agents, you do have a button that says commercial marketing as well. So we do accommodate that. We have mobile and desktop advertising in here as well. And that goes into some of that digital ad that you can get to. You are able to now build AdWorks ads out of BHHS Resource for the very first time. They just launched that late last year. I did a marketing minute on it. Hopefully you were all able to see that. But you can actually build a custom AdWorks ad in BHHS Resource, in the marketing resource, and send it directly to AdWorks. So you can access it through Town Central, click the AdWorks button, and your ad will be there with some custom marketing on it. We do actually have the ability to also send out drip campaigns, just something to know. This question comes up fairly often. I would like to do a 12-month holiday series to everybody in my contact list. Drip campaigns are now available in BHHS Resource, in the marketing resource. The shop at BHHS. This is actually a totally different way to get to ExpressDocs. We usually use ExpressDocs through Town Central. Just a bit of a warning here for those of you who have a ExpressDocs credit in your account. It shows up through the portal through towncentral.com. It does not show up through this one because this is ExpressDocs at the national level. And while everything is fairly similar and the same, most of our custom designs and things like that are available through the button of ExpressDocs on Town Central, but you can get to it through here as well. The social media resource, this is actually Riz Media. We have a similar product available to us that we provide to you through Town Central called Paradigm. It essentially does the same thing while it curates content for you and it does post on your behalf. While Paradigm posts can post up to 7 days a week, the social media resource on the free version only posts once a week. But you can also use the social media resource articles that are available in here to populate things like blog posts. You can use it to just build out some content on your website, and all of that will be in there to see how to do that. Again, there's more information on that luxury collection. If you just go ahead and click that button, it'll take you to more information about luxury. Buyer match. So buyer match is exactly the same thing as buy side on our side. BHHS National and of course Town Realty, we both use buy side. We have a higher version of buy side in Town Central, but you can also get to it through here with buyer match. We have added on some of their additional features just for us, for the company, that are available through Town Central through the buy side button. And of course, Sage CRM. BHHS does have their own CRM built into the system. We are watching this because they are continuing to make improvements and enhancements on it. If you do have any questions about the Sage CRM, we're happy to answer them at websupport.com, websupport at bhhs.com. We do encourage you to use the CRM on Town Central, however, because that CRM on Town Central communicates with all of the tools that we have available for you on Town Central. Again, different places to get different places here. Here's the webinar calendar again, just in case you don't want to find it under the topics or under the Learn Center. And then here's your active groups. It's going to show you what's your networking groups that are available. Of course, there's a little bit of advertising on here, just some updated vendors and things like that. So just don't forget, probably my key things to take away. Use the search bar. All the topics are in there that you might need. Self-help and the knowledge base is going to be great for trying to get more information about a specific topic. And do not hesitate to use the live chat at any time, either to just ask a question, to be able to just get some help on any of the products that are in here, even just to ask them if it's something you need to find or whatever. The customer success team is really wonderful. That is the tour of the BHHS Resource Center. I'm happy to take any questions that anybody might have.
If you do have questions, go ahead and unmute yourself or type it into the chat, and we will get them answered for you.
Kristen, it's Barbara.
Hey.
Quick question. When you have the drip campaign, when I update it with a new person or a new contact, do they automatically get filtered into the drip campaign?
It depends on whether you have them in a group or not. And that works the same way in the drip campaigns in Town Central and in marketing resource, that if you have to have that person assigned to a group. So for example, if you have for agents, especially, maybe you have a group that just has your neighborhood people in it. As long as that neighborhood is assigned to that drip campaign, that neighborhood group, that will send to the group if you update that group. It works the same way in Town Central, it works the same way in here. So just because you add a contact to the system doesn't necessarily mean it'll send it to everybody. Although there is a workaround for that in Town Central that we have that we'll introduce in some of the content marketing classes that are coming up today. Actually, in the marketing class for Town Central, we'll show you how to do all that today.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Feel free to unmute or type it into the chat. All right, Kristen, I don't see anything in the chat. I don't hear anybody unmuting, so we'll go ahead and conclude this